Hello, welcome back to Ancient Egypt with me by Jingo, and here we are at Saqqara, where we're building the first pyramid ever. The first monument, I should think, of the ancient world. I don't know about ancient Mesopotamia, or indeed, well, I don't know. Anyway, the accession of Pharaoh Joseph to the throne of Egypt has ushered in a new era of wisdom, learning and artistic achievements. What a guy. A royal cemetery is to be established at Saqqara to serve as the eternal resting place for nobles such as Hezira and Kabausukhar, Pharaoh's trusted courtiers. But this site shall also contain a monument to the likes of which the world has never seen before. I, the Pharaoh's royal vizier Imhotep, have conceived a new form of sacred tomb for the Pharaoh. Unlike the low mud brick mastabas of prior pharaohs, this tomb shall rise toward the heavens as if it were comprised of several mastabas placed one on top of the other. And what's more, this stepped pyramid shall be constructed entirely of stone, not mud bricks, that it may endure the passage of time, or passage of the eons. Deep within a sarcophagus of solid granite shall hold the Pharaoh's body for his eternal rest. Priests and the necropolis of Abjudu have perfected the art of using linen to embalm the dead, thus opening the door to everlasting life for all Egyptians. Well, that's nice. I wonder what previous Egyptians did. Our trading post at this Lima oasis still thrives, and I should think so too, because it only just finished it off last week or so. And from there you may import ebony from Africa, as well as wood for a handsome fee. Pharaoh has given you a generous supply of cash to get started on the project. Do not let him down. Sorry. So a population of 3,500, prosperity rating of 15, monument 19. I believe that's just the pyramid itself. And giving them a rating of 50, which should be, your normal. Here we are. Innovations. Meadow farming. This is land that's good for farming, but isn't on the Nile. It's basically farming everywhere else in the world, so I don't know why it needs an explanation. Also, how do they manage to get a modest homestead next to that there? Irrigation? That's what irrigation looks like. You got a pump there, and you know what irrigation's like. I mean, just use your imagination. Have you ever seen a farm before? Water lifts lift the water, and stonemasons mason the stone, and carpenters build stuff with wood. Preserving the dead. Is you have embalmers who dress up like Anubis, who take the brain out using a hook through the nose, and then take out all the rest of their organs, put them into jars, then stuff the body with sawdust and embalming fluid, and then wrap the body up into mummies. I remember learning that in year 4 when I was 9 or 8. And I think we actually had some Egyptians come over to visit. And I remember one of them asked me, because they came up during the rush hour, do you not have much traffic here? I thought, no. I said, no, because you're not coming up during the rush hour. I don't know if they understood the concept, because they were also 8 and 9 of rush hour, because I didn't particularly. Anyway, that's the story of my life. Here we are. There's gold in them there hills, or copper? Gold. There's gold in them there hills. There's ostriches. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 sets of counting with a count. There's 1 ostrich group, 2 ostrich group, 3. Aha! Don't think I've ever seen Sesame Street, so I don't know why. I only know that through the cultural milieu surrounding us. There's also hyenas. You can't hunt them for food. In fact, they hunt us for food. I've said in the previous video, and it's been mentioned in the comments, that you can actually wall off animals by putting gardens up like that. That won't keep them out, because they can climb over sand dunes. If you wanted to keep them out, you could put a massive garden going from there to there. They're very respecting of keep off the grass signs, evidently. Keep off the flower beds. Yes, boss. And they also laugh as well. So, what's there to do? There's also plenty of stone, and you have to do water trading along this river here. It's very narrow, quite arid here actually. Look at all this sand, plenty of sand. What I'll do, I'll set up my housing estate across here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and across down there. I'm not too fussed about the gold. There's easier ways, and I'm going to bend it off at a right angle there to about there. Oh, starts off with 12,000 Deben. She's very generous of Pharaoh. 3, 4. There we go. I can count in my head. I just choose not to. There we go. I also think it's actually a recent phenomenon, the idea of, it must date back from about the 18th century, the idea of reading in your head. Like from the medieval period onwards, and possibly before that, it was the done thing to just read what you were doing out loud and follow along with your finger. That second one I got from QI. The first one, In Our Time, which is a Radio 4 show where Melvin Bragg and some boffins talk about something. One week they were talking about phenomenology. I listened for an hour and I still have no idea what phenomenology is. So there. Anyway, I'm going to stop. Actually, no, I could just talk about these random nonsenses because we know now how I set up the housing block, how I do it like this, and how I'm actually a bit close to the ostriches there. I'll build around them, never mind. We'll move that road out a bit. Well, that's the Kingdom Road. If you get rid of too much of that, the housing estates just vanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I've done that wrong. There's a skill to being able to commentate and do things at the same time. I've not got that skill, which is why I appear to play so incompetently. I'm alright on my own. I used to play a lot quicker when I'm on my own. But it's not as fun. You don't have the sort of the social interaction. I mean, this isn't, well, it's not really a social interaction, is it? It's a delayed social interaction. That's why I like it when I get comments, because you feel like you're having a conversation with a game. It's almost like you're going around to somebody's house, and somebody's playing a game, and you're like watching them play. Or, you know, you're watching somebody else play, if you watch somebody else's Let's Play. I suppose I ought to do, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ought to do it. That usually gives you an abundance. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with pomegranates until much later on, I don't think. Yeah, I know it's pomegranates because this is confession this time. This is actually the third time I've done this mission. The recording went wrong one time, and another time the commentary just sounded terrible because I was really tired. I'd been up since 4:30 in the morning, and I'd had about 5 hours sleep the night before. In fact, I'm in at 7:30 tomorrow, and that's Sunday morning. It's now Saturday evening. It's been a beautiful day, and I can just imagine there's people up and down the country having barbecues and nice times. In fact, I'll be watching my Egyptians on the screen here, drinking beer, and I'll be there going, huh. It's alright. Not better. Actually, even if I did have anyone to go to the pub with tonight, I wouldn't be able to because I've got to be up in the morning. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to stop moaning about my life and carry on playing the game. Water supply. I'll stick the bazaar up over here, and I can put a granary a little bit further away, something like that. That's fine. Granary and then 2 storage yards, as is my normal. I'll also put what I forgot to do last time. It shows how I was thinking. Architect's posts and firehouse. Architect's post, firehouse, and a police station. Although I could just put a courthouse down. Bit expensive though, aren't they? 180 Deben. Never really noticed till I started doing Let's Plays on hard mode. Just how much everything costs. In normal mode, it just seems money just seems to go by fine. No money troubles whatsoever. So how you make money in this mission is by basically doing an import-export mission. You import things like flax and gems from Abu and reeds from Bidet and clay, and then you turn them into pottery and beer and linen and sell it to Salima Oasis. But don't feel bad for Salima Oasis because they'll be making a fortune from wood, which costs 225. Oof. That's going to hurt. Okay. So I've got food, safety, water. That'll do for the time being. What I'll also do is put the foundations for the stepped pyramid up. We'll put it there. And have a road going to it through there and across there. And then when we start to get unemployment problems, which will come quite shortly because there's nothing to this city, and here come the immigrants, I'll start building a load of work camps. Because what I figure is, if I start early on, like the monuments will get built as the city is getting built. So what I usually do when I'm playing offline is that I build the city up, realise 3/4 of the way through that I've not started on the monuments, and then it's just a case of just waiting for it all to get built. Unemployment rate of 60% already. Well, that's an efficient system. So we'll put work camps down 1, 2, 3, 4, and a firehouse. Right. Not to get distracted, the main object of this mission is to build a pyramid. So the next thing I ought to do is probably build a dock down to here, and then some quarries here. Or should I build them up there? Because I could make a second housing estate. Ah, they're going to struggle for water though. It has to be a huge one that sort of starts there and goes all the way up there. Or I could have another housing estate down there to get the quarries from there. Or a housing estate across here. The possibilities are well, not endless. There's about 4 of them. How have you not picked up employment? Oh, well, because there's nobody's living there. So what the labourers do is they clear all the... Bah. People are immigrating into the city. Are they? Really?
I heard there is a job here for anyone who wants one.
I don't know where you heard that from. Actually, 9% is not too bad. Anyway, what they do is they clear the ground there. It doesn't look like they're doing much at the moment. But if this was built over a grassy area, they clear the grass. Then they burrow down to the bedrock, so you can see where the Flintstones live. Crack, that's a bit dated, isn't it? Remember to see those Flintstones adverts where they're selling Camel cigarettes? Or is it Camel? Or is it like... Oh, I can't remember now. Like somebody, so-and-so's taste good like a cigarette, sure. And it's like Fred Flintstone singing it. He's offering one to Barney, and you know, having a great time. Back when the days when you could sell cigarettes, you could advertise cigarettes. Actually, to be fair, you still can in Berlin. You can't in Bavaria, because of course Germany is split into it's a federal system, so different laws. It's the weirdest thing when I went to Berlin and you saw adverts for cigarettes. It's like, I'd never seen them before. Well, I would have done, but they were brought in, like, the ban on advertising cigarettes were brought in 1997, when I would have been 8. Crikey. Like, when I went to Berlin and I went to a club and everyone was smoking there, and I was like, this is bizarre, because I'd never done that. So, because by the time I went into pubs and clubs, there was smoking areas and no smoking in the area itself. Anyway, why I'm talking about smoking, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, yeah, once they got down to the bedrock, they then carve these little grooves into here. Then they flood them with water. Then the water goes back out again, and then they recarve them to where the water level was, to ensure that the foundations were level. I know all this because it tells you over here, and I just remember it from the number of times I've read it. Then they fill it up with rubble. Then you can finally start building the pyramid itself. Low city sentiment. People love me. See? I mean, yes, there's an unemployment rate of 45%. Ah. If I rebuild that hunting lodge, that'll be fine. Now, you see, what might be an idea is to not tell the granary to get the food until I've got the jobs for everyone, you see. Oh, not sure. What I might do... Now, I'll stick with the plan. I'll build a dock here. Now, that might struggle, actually, to get housing, because nobody will want to move to my city. Because there's no... If I place a house there, the firehouse architects. This is why it's a pain to do like little blocks of housing there, because they need all of these things and the precision, because I don't want them falling in. And it'll never amount to much because it'll be an absolutely awful area between a dock and some quarries. It's hardly Ptah. Like Khan Ptah by Jingo the Ninth. Yeah. Oh come on! I've only just started building the city. 3 gods are not enraged, furious, and enraged. Miserable gits. Fine. Ptah is the patron god. So I'll put 2 temples into him, because he's being a mad ass. Ra. 1, 2, 3. That should cover him for the time being. Ptah and Bast. 1, 2, 3. 4, why not? I do like to vary it somewhat, so I'll put Ptah near the industry. Bast near the homes, and Ra wherever. So yeah, I've just lost my entire store of game meat, but it does mean it's finally getting through to the granary. Well, that was unpleasant. That was not very nice, Ra, Ptah, whoever it was. It's like I have such a negative opinion of the gods in this game because I can never keep up with population growth. Like I say, there's supposed to be 1 shrine for every 250 population for minor gods and 125 population for the major gods. You have spurned Ra, and so your trading partners. Fine, I'm not trading with anyone. Bleh. I'm not looking forward to Bast. She's going to give me a plague, or perhaps she might level some housing. Or she might have calmed down. There we go, she's apathetic. Whee! 43% unemployment. I would have started up an import-export industry, but of course, Ra's cursed me. That was it. I was building a road to here. So the industry is going to go here, basically. And in the meantime, we'll put a load of quarries in. 3. Yeah, so from starting early on the pyramid, it'll get done in a reasonable time, and this won't take forever, he says. I'll put a storage yard there. Very nice. I mean, it's a bit of a way for the labourers to lug the, you know, the stones, but hey, the labourers, they need to labour.
With the fields underwater, I work now for glory everlasting.
Ooh, that was rather poetic for an illiterate labourer called Shedsunafertum. Shedsunafertum. I'm no good at these Egyptian names. Well, stick another architect's post down. Because what I might do is, what you're supposed to do is, like when you have docklands, it's often a good idea to have a bunch of storage yards to store all the stuff that they import. And then, yeah, you import-export all the goods there, so the dockers don't have to go very far. What's my unemployment rate? 25%. Let's get some bureaucracy going. That gets people jobs. Not exactly productive ones, but it keeps them out of the dole queue. And a tax collector. Should I start importing, exporting?
I'm not
taking these supplies any further until somebody's available to unload them.
To unload them. I'm not taking these supplies any further until
Somebody's
someone's
available to
available
unload them. Well, they should be if that fella there is doing his job who's supposed to be looking. That citizen has one job. Not him. Him.
I'm the most popular person in the city.
A lot of people need jobs, and he's doing a very poor job of finding work. Like, do I have to put a load of roadblocks over here? So you're just going in the one direction. The one direction, one direction, one direction. Oh, they've lost a band member, haven't they? I was thinking about it the other day when, well, today even, I was going shopping and I saw there was a One Direction card, and I was just thinking, because Zane's left, there's now a whole host of merchandise that's now suddenly out of date. I wonder if we took that into consideration, the economic loss due to such a rash decision. Oh, the economies of it all. I was just surprised the amount of One Direction merchandise you can get. When you have your cards and your posters, your calendars, your diaries, pencil cases, other stationery, folders. I'm surprised you can't. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't get some form of contraception or liquor, One Direction liquor. Get them hooked. You go One Direction cigarettes. What an idea! Get them hooked when they're 14, 13. I'm evil. Or like One Direction medication. Like Calpol, One Direction. Or certainly Advent calendars, so you can do them. Then there's the annuals. No, don't look out for this stuff. It's just this is what I do when I'm shopping. I find the commercial. I get bored when I'm shopping, so I just look at what sells in the consumerist society. A bit like a Marxist in that respect. So, what is the society that we live in? I've got too many housing, and the water's not getting to those crude huts. So, yep, you're going to. Sorry. Oh, they look so despondent.
I can't
The
find
place
a
to
place
live. Sorry.
I've been
Kicked out of my home.
my home and through no fault of my
I'm
own.
sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I want a shrine to. I'll have a temple to Bast actually, and then a few shrines to Patar, just to keep him on the side. And now I need to export stuff to the world map. It's Adam West style Batman, that is. The best style of Batman. I think I said that before, haven't I? I maintain it though. Because I have a dim view on. I just never went into that whole comic book phrase thing, where everybody apparently had comic books. I didn't. I got as far as the Beano, and that was it. Back when it was 50p. But it's about £1.50 now, or something ridiculous. Yeah, but I used to watch the Adam West Batmans on BBC 4. Because apparently BBC 4 did cultural things, and I imagine it must be a cultural phenomenon. What am I doing? They're not selling very much at the moment because Rara's cursed me. But we need to open a land route to Salima Oasis. And then we will buy. Yeah, we will buy barley to make beer, and buy clay to make pottery, and then see where we go from there. But I do now have a job shortage, so it's rather a poor time to start expanding. So 1, 2. You can accept barley. You can accept pottery. No. No, no, no. Clay. There we go. Why have you people not got water? What is the water carrier doing wrong? And, the final question, if I build a pavilion there, will it affect how things work? Oh, I can't afford it. I've run out of money. And to say I started with 12,000 as well, doesn't it just disappear when you... Oh, thank you. I'll have an extra 5,000, please. Juggler school and a conservatoire, and I will build a dance school later. In the meantime, I'll set up an industry. A nice big long stretch there. That should be fine. Why is it where's he come from? Oh, we want a roadblock there. How long has that not had a roadblock? That is why there was no water down there. So we want 1, 2, 3. Of course I've done it wrong. 6 potters. And 6 brewers. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if they're set to get beer, I might place a storage yard there that's just set to accept pottery and beer. Then it's not far if they do want to take it from the docks to the docks there. I do need to tell my overseer to import it. Yeah, import your clay. Export your pottery. We'll keep 800. No. We'll keep 1600. That's half a storage yard. Because as I was reminded in the previous video's comments, you don't rely on the overseer because he's not very good. Export again went over 1600. It's going to lose a bit of money until it kicks off. But that's fine. Oh, we also want a firehouse and architect's post. And we also need a lot more employees. I know, I can just stick them there, cut it out, and rebuild them again when the situation picks up. What do they need? Actually, they need pottery, so there we go. Oh! Pharaoh requests game meat. Fine. I could also export the stuff, so that's nifty. 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. I'll build an architect's post now. There we go. Like, too late to do anything about it. Now what? Oh, right. There you go, your Pharaonic Majesty. All the game meat you desire. Right, why am I short of... Ah, of course. I will shut down the plain clothes? Plain stone industry. Don't know where I got plain clothes from. I think that's from Victoria Under the Sun. Another game I enjoyed, Paradox game I enjoyed when I was growing up. Started on Europa Universalis 2, and it went from there. What am I doing? I'm importing the stuff. No! Turn the industry off. There. I've now got... That's better. Now we'll turn it back on when things are looking better. I'll put down... Ooh, should I put a work camp down there? I'll put 2 down there so they walk out, pick up the blocks and then walk off. And I will put some construction guilds. Just the one carpenter's guild because they're quite expensive. Not the guilds themselves, but the wood that they require. 1, 2, 3. I'm in debt. Of course I am. And employees needed. Of course they are. I suppose what he could do is just accept some wood. And perhaps accept some plainstone. If they've got any spare. Tiny bit of wood. Why am I so short of people? There we go, that's what I was hoping for. Kingdom start kind of standing climbs. I should think so too. And that emptied quickly. Huh. Nifty. That's not going to be a catchphrase that will catch on, I don't think. Why? Oh dear, I bet the gods don't like me. Yep, resentful, displeased, congenial. Right. Why aren't you getting those goods there quick sharp? If I select you to accept, get maximum clay, get maximum barley, would that help? People are annoyed with you because there aren't enough jobs. Oh, sorry. I'll turn plainstone back on then. Just like that. Well, I suppose we can put a physician there now. They've earned it. Still waiting to make some money here. Perhaps if I have one storage yard collect the clay and one storage yard collect the... Yeah, well, yeah, and that you can just collect the barley and you accept the beer. I think that's how you get it to work efficiently. I did work it out once, I've since forgotten. There, and then they just go backwards and forwards. Like that. Oh, thank you. Nice gift of pomegranates. Something to go with your game meat. I can't imagine it goes particularly well. Suppose you've got a dessert now. Okay, yeah, I hear you. But now we're actually making stuff. No, we're not, because the dock's burnt down. But there's a firehouse right there. You, what were you doing? Never mind about the gods' fiery wrath. My fiery wrath will come down on you in a minute. Pata! You're not helping! Oh, it's only the one that was storing the game meat. If that burns down as well, I shan't be a happy bunny. Oh dear. It's like, what do you want me to do, Patar? I'm 2,785 in debt. I can't be building shrines right now. And people don't like me because I've got an unemployment rate of 16. Thankfully that hasn't burnt down yet. There's still time. What I might do is accept meat and tell them to export game meat whenever they want. And actually, because I'm desperate, export when over 0. Because we need to sell something. And quick. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Ah, I know, I'll knock down some housing. 20%, 16%, 12%, 8%. Done it! Sorted, fixed it. We have made up quite a bit of the deficit. But I did have to sell all my beer. Yeah, I'll sell all my beer until we get some posher housing. Hey! Right. If you're looking for a guide on how to run a city responsibly, this isn't it. Like, none of my cities have been commercially viable. Oh dear. I need some money because I need to import some wood. Because otherwise the pyramid's not going to get built. But I can't afford it.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered to our ship.
Oh, you're buying some game meat. Good man.
I wonder if the city has any sights I could see while they unload.
He's still here. I want to know why it burnt down. I mean, it has a bit of a long route, but, you know, the firehouse is right there. Is it going to burn down again? Nope. It's just once in a blue moon. Thank you. My kingdom rating is the pits. Is what it is. It is widely believed that you are your very presence causes malaria. Charming. Bast. Well, what can I say? I'm not surprised that the first syllable of the colloquial term for an illegitimate child is named after you, because that's what I feel like calling you at the moment. The goddess Bast, stung by your indifference, sends a plague to stalk your city. You've also got the head of a cat, which is rather appropriate because cats are little basts, aren't they? Oh dear. Can I trick that plague stalker to just walk off into the wild green yonder? Please? Yes. This is healthcare, Egyptian style. I'm almost out of debts. Thanks for that. Bit late there, though. Right, that's how to cheat your way out of a plague. I feel I've earned it because that was unfair of Bast. Yes, I'm out of debt. Woo! Celebrate by... Actually, no, because if your kingdom rating gets to 0, the Pharaoh invades. I'll send him a gift. There we go. Now let's spend it on some shrines. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. 4. Right. And some shrines to Ptah, because he's not very happy with me. We'll put these actually over by the industry, because he is a goddess craftsman. A god of craftsmen, even. Oh, she's amiable now. She got it out of her system now. She's given me a plague. But we're friends again. God. Oh dear. Yeah, I see what I've done here. Right, yes. I need to lose some of those plain stones. No, that's not what I wanted. I'll put another storage yard in. I want you to move the plain stone to there for the time. This is so complicated. Right. People are indifferent to you. Why? Good. Now just carry on just accepting it to 3/4. I think it's the debt. People don't like it when I'm in debt. Ah, I'm an idiot. Of course. We just need the roadblocks to go across there. I don't know why I did that. Now they've suddenly got all these employees. And I've got a labour shortage. Right, I'm going to just demolish that tax collector to the cheers of a grateful nation even, and rebuild it there. To the boos of an ungrateful population, and put a courthouse in. Pharaoh wants some money. So do I. How am I in this much debt already? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Do you want to provoke Pharaoh? Well, no, but is he trying to provoke me? So he wants to be asking. I mean, you know, he may be the Pharaoh, but it's my game. I paid about £12 for this back in... I think, anyway. It might have been about £20 actually, back in 2001 or whatever. No, 1999, wasn't it? I think I may have got it as a Christmas present actually. Right, I found it. That's the secret then to getting the docks working effectively. Because I tried it last time when there was like clay building up in the storage yards, but it wasn't getting, and like empty potteries, but the two weren't mixing together well. Well, I'm at a loss. I'm going to shut down the plain stone industry again. Because that's just how short of employees I was. Like, hugely short. When I get out of debt again... Thank you. When I get out of debt again... Oh, rats. Oh, dear. The army will reach you in 9 months. Oh, dear. Okay, right. Popular opinion would consign your remains to the jackals. Perhaps a gift? You are popular among jugglers who use you in their comedies. Well, people are pleased with me. Pharaoh's not. It's alright, I'm out of debt. Please don't attack me. I'll pay my tribute. Quick, I need to embezzle some city funds and then send them to Pharaoh. We have no troops to defend ourselves. I can't build any troops. Try paying myself a bigger salary. That's what got me to... Oh. Have some goods, your pharaonic majesty. Please don't attack. Would you like some gifts? Have a Babylonian tablet. Please don't attack. Oh, I'm in debt again. Would you like some Persian carpets? No, that didn't work. Oh no, no, please don't! Ah! Ooh, shiny. Oh dear. Look, there's no need for this. I've got 787 Devon. Some ancient carvings, perhaps? No, fine. Oh, good grief. Oh, wow. That's a larger... Whew. This is getting up to total war proportions, this is. My word. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've got a base for pyramids. Oh dear. I've got money now. Oh dear. Oh, here we go. The policeman's fighting him off. Ah, not so much. Well, this is what happens when you fall out with Pharaoh. Well, don't destroy that. I need that to build a pyramid. Don't do that. Don't plunder my palace. I suppose I do owe him tribute. Well, don't do that. I live there. People live there. I do think this may be a bit of an overreaction. Could you not have just sent the bailiffs in? Oh dear. Oh god. Employees needed. Well, that's what happens when you destroy all the housing. Oh. Yeah, point made. Can you just go now? Thank you, Ra. Helpful. You know, if you had joined in and like raised my kingdom rating a bit. Don't plunder the courthouse. The rule of law. And don't kill the homeless people. That's not fair. What? Well, now where are they going? Huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I've got a decent kingdom rating now. Perhaps I won't lose the game. Like, what? Ah, there we go. Oh, bitter day. Your ignoble end should have been unthinkable. You have failed your people, your ancestors and your descendants. Now Egypt yearns for another champion to take your place. May as well have gone with Peck the Ninth. He did this mission. What a dark end to so bright a beginning. Your failure dishonours Egypt and your ancestors, and stains the name of descendants one yet unborn. Well, steady on. You might have joined the elite to achieve immortality in the field of reeds. Instead, you will pass unlamented into shadow. Others will come forward to accept the challenge of Pharaoh. Well, that was 48 minutes well spent. Join me again when I will do this mission again, but properly this time. But still, it was worth it to see what... This is like an example. This is what happens when you don't pay your debts. Pay your debts, kids. Something like that happens if you don't pay your debts in real life. But only if you don't pay your council tax. Other debts, I think they have to get a warrant to take your stuff. Never mind. Anyway, join me again for Saqqara Part 2. When we will do it properly this time. And sorry for wasting your time. I shan't do it again.